I'm going to clarify family really quickly. Why is family here? You have the Ten of Cups in reverse. Alright, so some of you guys out there are actually holding back right now. Like, you're being, I feel like you're pulling your energy back from a situation that could potentially turn into a fight with someone who's being really harsh right now. Like, this person's avoiding having a conversation. You might be trying to talk to this person. It might be kind of like talking around whatever questions you might be asking instead of answering it, because this person is kind of in a state right now where they feel like, I feel it's kind of given a sense like somebody feels like they failed at doing something. Like they maybe they were in competition to try and get something done. They felt like all their efforts didn't pay off. Their dreams didn't go with the way that they wanted it to. Their plans didn't go the way that they wanted it to. Something was just not, like, they weren't really protecting it the way that they needed to from all the unsuspecting obstacles that they may have encountered. And this person might be at a state right now where they're feeling kind of defeated mentally, and they might be lashing out a little bit, and it might be causing a little bit of an argument or a fight. This is causing a disruption in the home where you felt like, okay, you had a happy family, but right now it kind of feels like the family is just not on the same point emotionally. Like, there's a lot of empty cups, well, bitter cups going around. You might be dealing with more than one person inside of a household, and everybody there might be feeling kind of like empty and kind of like emotionally drained and exhausting. You have to be careful with that, because when people are emotionally exhausted, they start to kind of lash out a little bit. They, like, when you're tired emotionally, when you're tired overall, you can get a little grumpy, physically, otherwise. But emotional exhaustion kind of projects itself out in a sense, like they're really short, temperamental, short-tempered. Might even come off as being, I don't want to use the word manipulative, but it's almost like you can't really connect with the person because you're distant in a way. So, and I feel like that's kind of like bothering you a little bit. Maybe you're worried about that being the result. If you kind of engage with someone and it turns into an argument, it might cause some distance. There is some stagnancy going on with the plan that you may have had for a new idea that could have actually made you very happy. You may have back-tabled something, or maybe you're procrastinating getting it done, and it's making you feel like you really want to get the results from your hard work that you're putting into something, but at the same time, it's almost like you don't have enough time to put into it. So you're not really going anywhere with that plan, even though you know it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. With the Two of Cups being present here, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups here, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups, I'm seeing a connection. Maybe someone communicated with someone that was really close to them. They like, somebody felt like they had a connection with someone, like they could really express their feelings with someone else. This is someone outside of the family, and maybe somebody found out about this. A community may have called somebody out about this, a group of people. Maybe you're talking to somebody in a church about this person. This could be a potential person that you might be entertaining as a partner, or a romantic partner of some sort like that. I feel like you really look up to this person, and you don't want that perspective to change. But you're kind of sitting there not really making a decision, because, well, the thing is, you're sitting in a place where you feel like you're not getting the satisfaction that you want, and you're kind of ignoring the fact that you might be giving too much to someone. like maybe putting someone up on a pedestal that's really acting kind of a little immature because they don't really know what they want at this time. All right, so let's see what else we have, because that was a lot. So that's who I'm dealing with. Now I want to get into the spiritual part, because I don't really like to go too much into people's like lives like that. I really want to see what's going on and where the problem is at. So it's almost like a surgical, decisive kind of like look into what's happening so we can see what's going on. So let's see why it is you're feeling stagnant, because I'm seeing you kind of like split yourself between two different places, and I kind of feel like you're putting yourself on the back burner a little bit, but you're also feeling tired because you've had so much to do, Leo. Yeah. And as I said, that you have, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? I'm getting the sense that you do need to take a break. How you're going to do that, I'm not sure yet, because it seems like you have a lot of responsibilities. Leo, you don't have enough to go around. Perfect acceptance, surrendering to the way things are. This could be what you're doing right now, Leo. Like, okay, so you're kind of like sitting, this is almost giving me the same effect as the Four of Cups. Like somebody's just sitting in a place that just doesn't feel right to them, and they're just not doing anything because it feels like if you go left, you're not going to get what you want. If you go right, you're not going to get what you want. You feel like you're not getting the answers that you want, but at the same time, you don't have enough energy to put into anything at this point. Like, what's the advice for Leo? Transform the way that you see things. Cleanse, restore, and cleanse and restore yourself. So there's an assessment that you need to do, Leo. Like you need to do a self-check, almost like a self-checklist of what you need in your life. What's healthy for you, what's unhealthy for you, what's eating at your spirit, your soul, that's weighing you down. Because a lot of our problems that we deal with in the physical reality is worldly problems, yes. And you might be a strong person spiritually, but at some point the weight of the physical realm can have the ability to kind of like break your spirit, and you need someone around you that is spiritually strong, that's going to be able to uplift you. If you're surrounded by people that are just taking but not filling your spirit up, that's going to lead you in a very disastrous kind of state. Leo, advice for Leo, Father. I'm going to switch to a different deck. I'm being told to switch to a different deck for you, but I'm going to pull one more card from here for you, Leo. Yeah, you don't feel appreciated where you're at. Compassion for others is in reverse, and it's making you feel kind of resentful. All right, so I'm going to use this deck. Father, Leo needs some advice, needs guidance. You already know that when your children are suffering here, it can create a burden that can disconnect them from you, and Leo needs your help. So please provide some messages for Leo, please. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you, Father. Leo. Leo. Alright, so you have stopped overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Right now it's in reverse. So like I said, like all the weight that you're dealing with right now is it's disrupting your path because you're so focused on what's wrong. You can't see what's going on that's right. And I feel like that's a challenge for you right now because it's actually facing yourself. The advice is to do something to change your energy, which is what we started with. Like you need to take a break, and sometimes that means just letting things fall where they go and just focusing on you. Like you can't take everything on you. That's not even our purpose. Like you have to give things to Christ. Like that's how it works. Like he literally died on the cross so he could carry the weight. Like that's the person who takes it. I even practice that. Like I don't carry anything like that. If it's too heavy for me, I recognize when it's too heavy and I let it go. It's not my problem. It's God's problem at that point. He's the only one that can carry it. You got to let it go. Not just say it with your mind, but physically release it. You